Today I'm going to be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1. So I'm about to start my Amazing Spider-Man series. I'm going to start reviewing the comics from beginning to end. However, I am missing issue number 1. Got 2 and 3, and I'm missing issue number 4 and 5. I have every issue from, I guess, it would be 6 up to wherever they are now. They're up to like 798. I think they just have 800. My rest are at the comic book shop. Anyway, the ones I don't have, I'm just going to read online on the tablet there. But what I do have, I'm going to actually read the physical copies. I would love to get my hands on the actual copies, but for now, I have so many of these and I need to read them. Like I have to read them online. I can't wait. But yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1. So I'm going to dive on into her and see what I think of her. The Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1. So this is basically 3 stories all in one. And I'm only 2 of the 3 stories in right now. I just want to get all this out before I read the 3rd story so I don't miss anything, basically. First story, Peter Parker's in Mexico. Don't really like the art on the 4th story. Or the 1st story, sorry. The art's just, I don't know, like it just seems like Scooby-Doo-ish almost. But like, I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man it still looks kind of sloppy, but like, I like it. But anyway, basically, he's in Mexico. This demon awakes from an earthquake, and he stops the demon by throwing a mask on it. But actually, you find out that the demon was awoken by Diablo, who's trying to collect all these 9 masks of death. I don't know if that story's going to progress, or I don't know where that's going to go. But this is the Diablo guy. I know nothing about Diablo. So, like, it was all kind of supernatural, the story, and I really liked the supernatural element of the story. But it's just, that's all it is just a short story in Mexico. He defeats a demon. You find out the demon was awoken by Diablo on accident, and he's after the 9 masks of death. Anyway, that's how that story ends. The second story is of Cloak and Dagger in Parker Industries in Shanghai. And actually, Mr. Negative sends a bunch of guys after him. They're trying to get the antidote for the negative drug or whatever. So I guess that answers my questions about the game. I'm kind of glad I read this now. But this girl, I believe she's even in this new Spider-Man game too. So I'm kind of glad that I'm reading this before I play the game. Get to know the characters a little better. But yeah, that's... The whole story is just these Mr. Negative's goons trying to get the antidote from Parker Industries in Shanghai. But they released this... I've never seen this guy before. The Neon Dragon. I love the look of this guy. He almost reminds you of like the Scorpion mixed with like the Lizard maybe or something. Like it's almost like Electro too. Like it's cool. I don't know. I like him. But yeah, this story is mainly... It's mainly Cloak and Dagger in Shanghai, dealing with Mr. Negative's guys trying to get the antidote. There's this cool part where some of Parker's employees actually use his, like, the Iron Spider suit and his, like, spider bike. I like that little drawing. But yeah, no, they wind up saving the day, and then Parker shows up at the end. Nothing crazy. Like, I actually enjoyed the Cloak and Dagger story more than that first story. But overall, so far, I have enjoyed all the stories. But I'm going to check out this 3rd story, and then I'll review it as a whole, I guess. Yeah, the 3rd issue in this is probably my least favorite out of the 3. And the first half of it's kind of boring, but the second half's kind of funny. Basically, Spider-Man catches a thief, and he claims he's not funny, and then they run the article in the newspaper that Spidey's lost his zing. So he goes to this improv class where he's just basically trying to learn how to be funny again, and that's kind of like, it's kind of stupid and pointless. I don't know, I didn't like it. But then when he goes back and catches some bank robbers after going to these classes, the stuff he does, and like, it actually is pretty comical, the stuff he does to these people and the stuff he says. It's almost like he had to get his funniness back, and it comes back. But I don't know, I would have preferred one of the other 2 stories to be longer than having this, but it was a good little laugh, so I mean, whatever. So yeah, overall, the annual, it's worth getting for like a collection. It's nothing crazy. Like, Nothing crazy story-wise. I mean, Mr. Negative's in it. I didn't even know anything about him. I thought they made him for the sake of the game. Obviously not. The art in the first story is real iffy. The art in the second story is awesome. And the art in the third story is like, it's good but not good. And like, I don't know, like I didn't mind it. Way better than the first one. As far as stories go, the first story was awesome. It's just, it lacked art. The second story I really liked. And they almost connected in its own way. But the third story just felt so distant and just felt like it was just like a random episode of a TV show, like that doesn't have continuity. It's just random. That's how I felt with that. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the read. So yeah, I give it a thumbs up. The art's awesome in some of them and kind of terrible in the other ones. So I mean, I can't really rate this one because it's like 3 issues in one. So get it if you want to collect it, but I wouldn't say go out and buy it. If you're looking for a story, don't go out and buy it. But yeah, that's the Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1, guys. I am going to review the Amazing Spider-Man #1 from 2015. I'm going to have to review that online, so I don't know when I'll be doing that. But once I get that out, and then I can read some comics, and then I'm going to have to read another 2 online. But after that, then I'm good to go. I can just review all my comics I have from issue 6 to where they are now. It's gonna be like 30 or 40 reviews until I get caught up, but I'm gonna work on her. So have a good day, guys. Take her easy and like and subscribe if you like our content.